Morning, 7th grade. I know it said we're supposed to have these videos uploaded by 8 o'clock. It probably won't quite be 8 o'clock till this video gets loaded. It's taken a long time to load. We're going to have to figure some things out here with the way the internet is running and things like that. Let's just look a little bit at the schedule for the beginning of this week. You can take your reading quiz 2 anytime today. That is an open book quiz, just like we normally do it. Follow directions, look things up, whatever books, resources you need to do the reading quiz 2. Parents, be responsible for keeping track of tests and quizzes, please. Only give them the tests and quizzes on the day that they are on the schedule. They may work ahead with assignments, with other lessons, but please only give them tests and quizzes on the day that they are due, and then collect them again, keep track of them, and on the weekend, at the end of the week, you will deliver them to school so that I can grade them and you can pick them up again when you bring your next round of tests and quizzes. So thank you for that, and I'll have further instructions on that at the end of the week when it's time to bring things. There will be no language lesson today online. We talked about lesson 4. We will look at lessons 3 and 4 tomorrow and check out some of the things you did, go over some of the things that we may need to review. So that is all the announcements about reading and language today. Let's check out the board here and the math test. Tomorrow is a math test. It is OB, open book. This math test is open book. The rest of your math test will not be. And the schedule has OB beside any tests that you're allowed to use your books. All the reading quizzes and tests are open book. This math test is open book. The rest will not be. Language quizzes and tests, you will only be allowed to use your reference sheets, just like you normally do. So, all right, let's check out a little bit what's going on this math quiz. You see the board here. Pause your video at this board if you need to check things out. Page 349 has a bunch of your formulas on, has the formulas for volume. Surface area is over here. You will need to know how to solve the volume of a cube and a rectangular solid. All right, and those formulas are there. Volume means how much does this hold? How much space is inside this box? Right, that's volume. For a rectangular solid, I think it's simply length times width times height. For a cube, because a cube is a perfectly symmetrical shape, for a cube it is what? Edge cubed, edge times edge times edge to get volume of a cube. Again, those formulas are on page 349. Look them up when you're doing this test. It's open book. Convert metric measures. That is simply talking about how many millimeters are in 3 hectometers. Okay? Know your order of things and just simply you're moving decimals one way or the other. Adding zeros, moving decimals one way or the other. Again, you can use your book to have that lineup of kilo, hecto, deca, etc. You've worked with the relationship of centimeters and millimeters. All right, again on your meter stick, on your ruler, you have centimeters marked. The numbers here, every number is a centimeter. All right. So I have this little line here, and every tiny mark is millimeter. This line here is 135 millimeters, which is equivalent of 13.5 centimeters. Okay, so remember that. 135 is the big number, is the millimeters. That's every little mark. And the 13.5 these numbers. And again, this converting metric measures helps you here. If you have 135 millimeters, you simply move the decimal one place to give you the 13.5 centimeters. Discount and sales tax problems. Okay, you solve these the same way. The only thing different is that a discount, you subtract the discount from the original price. Discount means you subtract. So you find the discount, subtract it from the original price. Sales tax means you are adding to the original price. And I just have this proportion down right here and some of the things to look at. Remember, you can solve this by proportion. So you have an original price of $4.97. That's 100% of it. Okay, so the 100% goes across from the price, $4.97. Your 6% goes on top of 100, 6%. And then here's your missing number. I have ST for sales tax. Okay, if you do the proportion, so you're multiplying this, dividing by 100, you will get 0.2982. Round that to the nearest hundredth, to the nearest cent. All right, so the 8 makes the 9 a 10, which makes the 2 a 3. Your sales tax is 30 cents. I need two answers. Sales tax, 30 cents. And then you add, if it's sales tax, add 30 cents to $4.97, and that'll be your final price. So you'll have two answers. $4.97 plus 30 cents, and have the 30 cents on there. Please have two separate answers. Okay, don't just have the work and assume that I know that this is the sales tax. Have two answers circled, two separate answers. Final answer, $4.97 plus 30, and 30 as your sales tax. Two answers, all right? Make sure you have dollar signs, decimals, put decimals at the right place, round off correctly. And yes, for sales tax, you're adding sales tax to price. If this were a discount problem, your amount, this would be the same, but there would be a discount. You would subtract this from the original price, $4.97 minus 30, if it were discount. Discount means you subtract. Sales tax means it goes up a little bit. All right? Surface area of a cylinder, something like this. Simply, surface area is how many square or whatever is on the outside of this. Okay? This is a cylinder. You have a formula for cylinder on that page that I talked about. So I need a cylinder and a rectangular solid and a cube. Rectangular solid, how much space, how many square, centimeters, meters, whatever, are on the outside of this. Not how much it holds, but how much surface area is on the outside of this shape. If you forget anything, look it up. It's an open book test. Please, 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 do not be lazy, and use your book. There's an opportunity to make sure that you have the formulas right and all of that kind of thing. I forgot to put up here, simplify algebraic expressions. Simplifying algebraic expressions, something like 8n plus n. What is 8n plus n? One n by itself, an n by itself means 1. You don't write 1n, you simply write n, but that means 1. So 8n plus n means 8 plus 1, 9n. Okay? If it's subtraction, you subtract the numbers and just put one of the letters there. 15x minus 3x equals 12x. You should know how to do that. Again, find the lesson that talks about that to make that clear. There is a part where you write the decimal and percent equivalent. There's a fraction. You're supposed to write the decimal and the percent equivalent. And again, that's a page in the back of the book, 300 something, that you can look at to put that in this time. You don't have to have them memorized. You can look at the book this time. So this test will be tomorrow. Be prepared for that, and I will announce it tomorrow morning. I will let you know that it is time to take the test, and you can proceed to do that then. Again, it is open book. All right, I will check in again tomorrow. I will probably not give you anything else today.